Good afternoon. All right, President Jennifer Jones, as well as President-elect Gordon McAnally, District Governors-elect, other dignitaries, thank you so much for this opportunity. Fellow Rotarians, thank you for making this moment intentional so that we can have a conversation about the tools that we need in our toolkit to tackle one of the biggest service projects Rotary International can undertake. And you might be thinking, well, what is that? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Are you willing to join me? All right. Well, it started back for me in 1996. I had the pleasure of being part of a group study exchange from North Carolina, USA, to East Anglia, England. Friends, it was then that I became introduced to Rotary. My team was an all-female team. Going to England at a time when male groups or male clubs were the norm. You are probably thinking, well, how did that happen? I'm glad you asked that question as well. Well, in our bios, we did not include pictures of ourselves. As you can imagine, my first name, Singrid, is Norwegian in background, while my last name, Solomon, is typically common of people of Jewish descent. Needless to say, when I arrived on the scene, I was not what they were expecting. I share this story with you because during this groundbreaking experience, we were welcomed by so many clubs with enthusiasm. We were greeted with respect, hence the theme song. This gives me hope because it was there that I discovered that there was a place in Rotary for someone who looked like me. After joining, and so very eager to equip myself with the tools for successful and meaningful engagement, I realized it starts with a commitment to work together using full transparency and, yes, very honest dialogue, including our focus on actionable and sustainable solutions, justice, and hard work. As we look at diversity, equity, and inclusion, fellow Rotarians, I will urge you to focus on being fearless. Yes, be okay with having those uncomfortable conversations. Be vulnerable. It's okay, because most times people are more afraid of you than you are of them. Take courage. Model the way, lead the way for others. Focus also on being unique. Remember, you are the expert in your own lived experiences. You are uniquely and wonderfully made with a variety of gifts and talents, but you also have to put in the work, right? We are no strangers to work. We have been doing that all week. Also, focus on being natural. Be your true, authentic self. And pull on these attributes, these characteristics. Because when you are genuine, it provides a sense of freedom. Focus on being nourishing. Many of us want to make things better. How can we be that positive spark to create that transforming energy and action that will not only impact others, but we are changed for the better in the process. Integrity, focus on having integrity. And yes, it seems like we wrote the book on that with the 4-way test. Know what's right and be that. Remember, fellow Rotarians, we are no rookies when it comes to being people of action. Most innovative and disruptive ideas arise when a group of diverse minds collaborate, like everyone in this room. We share perspectives, we listen empathetically, and we challenge one another dynamically. This is the recipe for innovation, the success factor that will keep Rotary ahead of the game. In conclusion, we connect people. We've been talking about membership recruitment, retention, and engagement. But if we do this coupled with diversity, it will be paramount that we continue to engage our current members so that we can also then attract new members, keeping all of this in focus. We transform communities. Think about the ways that your club or our clubs can transform the communities in which we live by putting action to our wonderful inclusive ideas, our policies, and our statements. Also, given what's going on with our brothers and sisters in the Ukraine, how can our ability transform and resonate with that community? We solve problems. Folks, let me tell you, we are like superheroes, right? If you think for a moment of all the ways that we can solve problems, how then does that translate to diversity, equity, and inclusion? Surely, if we can make such headway with polio, we can spread hope, make impactful transformation in our world as it relates to diversity, equity, and inclusion. If we think about Rotary International's diversity, equity, and inclusion statement, plus the action of willing Rotarians as yourselves, that will equal transformational global change. Just imagine the feeling of hope and peace that we can provide others by having meaningful conversation. Thank you so very much, and enjoy International Assembly.